Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am your humble host, Sarah Children TV, back at it for a brand new video. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the cash at couple CPA 106. Please subscribe to all three of my channels. Prime Time, Sarah Children TV, Charts Reactions, so you don't miss an video that is dropped. I will be consistent on my channels. Just make sure you follow all of my social medias. And without further ado, let's get into Save Our Children. Our first story, a story we're going to talk about today. We got four stories for you guys today. Kason Thomas is abducted by Nalah Jackson. They want to talk. A second story is 5-year-old girl who's found dead at a home with piles of trash. The third story is child killed in Orlando hotel. Mother suffocated child. Now, fourth and last story is parents accused of spiking daughter milkshake and abusing her. So let's get straight into the video. So let's read the article. I'm getting this article from SpiritSkitter.com. What happened to Kason Thomas? Official search for missing twin after Columbus woman steals car from pizza shop. 5-month-old infant Kason Thomas is yet to be found after being abducted. His twin brother Kyer was recently found at Dayton International Airport. Authorities believe that Kason is in the custody of a woman named Nalah Jackson. The twins were abducted earlier this week after Jackson allegedly stole a vehicle and drove off. The car reportedly had the two brothers strapped in the back seat. Authorities have requested Nalah to bring the missing infant back. According to police, 24-year-old Nalah Jackson is the primary suspect instead of the vehicle that had the twin brothers in them. An Amber Alert has been issued all over the state in the search for Kason Thomas. We are begging you, authorities plead 24-year-old Nalah Jackson to return Kason Thomas. As per People, on Monday, December 19th, 2022, Nalah abducted the twin brothers while the mother entered a Donato's restaurant on East First Avenue and North High Street at 9:45 p.m. local time. When the mother turned around, she saw that her vehicle with two of her sons inside was missing. Authorities soon deducted that Jackson drove off with the infants in the back seat at 1:37 a.m. on Tuesday, and an Amber Alert was issued to look for Kason Thomas and Kyer Thomas. Police also found out that Nalah possibly passed through Dayton, Ohio. Fortunately, Kyer Thomas was spotted by a passerby at around 5 a.m. local time on Tuesday in Dayton International Airport's parking lot. Bryant even requested that Jackson bring the baby to a fire station, hospital, or any other safe place. When Kyer returned safely, Bryant said that authorities have been expecting Nalah to do the same with Kason Thomas. Law enforcement officials are trying to find any surveillance footage or video that may have captured the car or Nalah. The mother of the twins mentioned that she had recently bought the car. It was a 2010 Honda Accord. Speaking about the incident, Columbus Police Deputy Chief Smith Wire stated. So let's get into our news video.
The missing boy is 5-month-old Kason Thomas. Police say that a woman who's known as homeless took Kason and his twin brother last night while their mom was picking up a food delivery order. This photo shows 5-month-old Kason Thomas and his brother Kair. Columbus police say a woman named Nalah Jackson stole the car the boys were in at 9:45 last night outside this Donato's Pizza restaurant just south of Ohio State's campus.
The mom was at Donato's to retrieve food for a DoorDash order. Officers arrived in minutes and was on the scene at 9:52 p.m. Once on scene, employees of the Donato stated a homeless female, Nalah Jackson, was in the restaurant and left when the victim walked in.
About 4 hours later, a statewide Amber Alert was issued. Then a little after 4 this morning, a person happened to find Kair Thomas still in his car seat in a parking lot at the Dayton International Airport. Kair has been reunited with his family, but the search for Kason continues. I asked what it might mean that one baby boy is now safe while his brother remains missing.
Obviously, I think that's a troubling aspect of this case. In talking to the commander over special victims and our other leadership team, that is a troubling aspect, and it's perplexing as to why that would be. And obviously, we can all let our imaginations run wild, but we have to deal with what the facts are, and the facts are we're still looking for one child.
We spoke with the grandmother of the boys. They're pleading for a safe return.
I just ask that you take my grandson to a place and just leave him there. Take him to a fire station, a police station, a hospital. The hospital fire station is not going to ask any words. Drop him, leave him. Just bring my grandson back to us. That's all we ask of you.
Now, the car that Kason's mom was driving was a 2010 black Honda Accord. It has tinted windows. It's missing the front bumper, and it also has a torn temporary tag. If anybody sees that car or has any information that can help bring Kason home, you're asked to call police right away. Reporting live tonight in Columbus, Todd Dykes, WLWT.
This is an Amber Alert update, December 20th, 2022, so it's just a couple of days ago.
Good afternoon. We're here to talk about the two final children that were abducted earlier late last night. First, I want to make a plea. Nalah Jackson, I plead to you. Please return Kason Thomas. We thank you for returning Kair. You've already shown us you can do the right thing. You can return him to any safe location, fire department, hospital, shopping center, any public place where someone will find the baby. We're begging you to please return Kason. We can even pick him up. Just call us and tell us where you are and where Kason is. No questions asked. Here's the number, 614-645-4701. Bringing him home safe is our number one priority. To the family, the Columbus Division of Police is doing everything it can to find Kason. There have been over 60 officers on this case since it first came in last night. There are officers that work third shift that did not want to go home until these babies were found. The main detective on this case is still working this case. We're following every lead and tracking down every moment from the time these babies went missing. There was a lapse of communication from an executive level. That is being addressed internally, and that is something that we're going to make sure does not occur again. However, I do want to provide a timeline in regards to the work that we have done and the things that are being done right now as we speak to locate Kason and to locate the suspect. After I give you this timeline, I'm going to then turn it over to the team for additional information and questions. At 9:45 p.m. yesterday, December 19th, a call came in at the Donato's Pizza at 920 North High Street on the report of a stolen vehicle with 25 other babies in the car. The mom was at Donato's to retrieve food for a DoorDash order. Officers arrived in minutes and was on the scene at 9:52 p.m. Once on scene, employees of the Donato stated a homeless female, Nalah Jackson, was in the restaurant and left when the victim walked in. Through investigative work, the suspect was positively identified by employees. At 10:17 p.m., a grid pattern search of over 50 officers was started in that area. The CPD chapter also responded. Approximately 10:30 p.m., all other police departments were notified. Ohio State Patrol, Ohio State, Grandview, Upper Arlington joined in on the search. At approximately 11 p.m., these other departments started going to all known former addresses.
I'm going to give my closing remarks about this particular story. The crime rate, okay? The crime rate for homelessness that commits crimes is up twice than murders committed by one single person. I just don't understand what possessed people to steal vehicles with children inside of them. And think that it's okay and it's normal. You went from being homeless to a convicted, or from being homeless to a criminal. I mean, I understand people go through hard times, but there's a way to overcome what you're going through. And putting your pain on someone else and kidnapping someone else's children to benefit your needs tells me that you need to be behind bars at least for the next 20 to 25 years. Double that amount. Because if you want to kidnap infants who are twins, who are 5 years old, what can't you do? I've seen homeless people, and especially in the city, care of other people just so they could get what they want. So they would take any type of measure and go beyond the circumstances and commit vicious crimes. And there needs to be, and I'm talking about all over America, resources for these homeless people, because depression, anxiety, all of that can play a big factor in what people think and what they do. And to be 24 years old, you should know better. And that's why I said she needs the next 20 to 25 years. You know better. And we shouldn't have excuses for what people do. And she's gonna have to answer for what she did. And I'm pretty sure she's gonna get serious time for it because women usually don't get higher sentences for serious crimes unless you're a man. Now the only sentence she'll probably get when convicted is probably 20 to 25. The second one, they're probably gonna up it to at least 25 to 30. But this thing, she might break out a plea deal. But trust gotta realize this too. Her attorneys, when she get an attorney, is gonna plead insanity or plea that she has some type of mental problem and work a plea deal. Well, the thing is this: you can't get a plea deal for kidnapping two children. So I hope she gets the book. Don't matter who she did or if she's caught. I hope this kid is found and reunited with his family. Thank God that the other twin was found at an airport and reunited with his family. And um, gotta be careful out here. You got dangerous people walking the streets. You shouldn't be even walking the streets, but they are. And if she's capable of starting a vehicle, kidnapping children, what else she's capable of doing? Like, comment, subscribe. I think we'll study. Um, and let's move on to our next story. I'm gonna pull it up and we'll talk about it.
We
Give me a second. Well, All right. Our next story is a woman out of Missouri, Kansas, or something, an L, and she had been arrested for the decomposing body of her 5-year-old daughter found at home with piles of trash. Mother arrested. And this happened back on, I believe, December 4th of this year, I believe. So, a woman in Missouri is facing charges for the death of a 5-year-old daughter and for subjecting the child's twin to severe neglect. Both the children show signs of malnourishment and were found inside an apartment that had a pile of trash. ADAIR at a dry R Fish 42 called 911 and took police dispatched her child had been dead for several days. Kansas City police officers were dispatched around 4:30 p.m. November the 3rd to Fish's home on St. John Avenue, KNBC 9 reported Sunday. Cops entered the residence and found a strong order of death inside the apartment. They also found piles of trash and debris from Cops entered the residence and found a strong odor of death inside the apartment. They also found piles of trash and debris from 2 to 5 feet high, along with insect activity. The child's decomposing body was discovered wrapped in blankets. The body was in an advanced state of decomposition, according to the documents filed in Jackson County Circuit Court, the Kansas City Star reported. The second child was found unresponsive and immediately taken to the hospital along with Fish. The deceased twin girl died from physical wasting caused by either malnutrition or chronic disease. The results of an autopsy were revealed. The surviving twin girl showed signs of suffering physical abuse and significant neglect. Doctors found that she had bruises on her body. She was malnourished, suffered dehydration, and weighed as much as 20 months of child. Court documents said the child also showed premature social behaviors because she was kept isolated. Due to the neglect, the child may probably suffer long-term effects, including permanent negative effects on her growth and cognitive development. The mother is facing charges that include 1 count of child abuse resulting in death, 1 count of child abuse with serious injury, and 1 count of first-degree child endangerment resulting in death. She was also charged with 1 count of child endangerment resulting in physical injury. Fish was legal guardian of the deceased child at the time of her death. Action News 4 reported she was responsible for the care, custody, and control of the children's health and well-being. The Jackson County Prosecutor's Office said the mother has previously lost custody of the twin girls, but she regained custody of them in November of 2019. So, before I play the news video, I just want to say how crazy it is. By the way, this mother is white. But how crazy it is that she's not charged with murder. She should be charged with murder. Because how is bumper fucks that your child is deceased and there's a pile of garbage in your home. Your child is dead, wrapped in blankets. Your other child, both the children are malnourished, and abused, and all that. And it's crazy that she's not charged with murder. I'm gonna give more of let's go to the on the news video.
I'm thankful when people email me and send me these stories. Send me to the
Shout out to AFC Podcast
when
I
you want me to
just
take a look at. This was one
Yeah,
of them I
it's
wanted to present. This is not a lot
side of the
of
story because I couldn't find the actual news video.
Before
So.
I get any commentary, I have to give a warning before you watch my video about what you're going to see. Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, news web articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer. A woman in Missouri is facing charges for the death of her 5-year-old daughter and for subjecting the child's twin to severe neglect. And I'm getting this information from ibtimes.com, IBT, so thank you very much for the article. Man, if a picture could tell you so much, you look at that, and that is just not only a bad looking woman, like her face looks like a sandbag. Like she's just a terrible looking individual. I'm gonna try to not mess this up, hopefully. I'll just leave it the way it is. Let's keep going. Both children showed signs of malnourishment and were found inside an apartment that had a pile of trash. The woman that you see on my screen, her actual name is Adair R. Fish. Adair, Adair, the letter R as her middle name, Fish, Fish. She looks like a mungfish in the face. 43 years old, called 911 and told police dispatch that her child had been dead for several days. Kansas City police officers were dispatched around 4:30 p.m. November the 3rd to her home on St. John Avenue, KMBC 9 reported on Sunday. Police entered the residence and found a strong odor of death inside the apartment. They also found piles of trash and debris anywhere from 2 to 5 feet high. She looks like the type to keep trash heaps and trash piles.
I'm with my commentary on it. This is my closing remarks about this video. Number one, what I found crazy and sad about this story is that she basically walked away from a murder charge. You know, and at this time, women do not face the same type of charges that a man faces. She should be facing first degree homicide charges. And the fact that she's charged with just charges that doesn't make sense. She should be charged with murder. This is the system is broken. We're giving a woman like her a second chance to get out of prison one day and commit the same offense again. We don't learn. The only time she probably gonna get is what, 30 years in prison? If that, 20. I think she needs the next decades in prison. But we don't sympathize with the victim. It should be up to the matter of fact, it should be up to the well, speaking of the victim, what was the biological father in this story? Number one. Number two, was there any other family members around to protect these children from this evil person? I'm gonna say no. Because if there was, when we talk about this story, that's been going on for a while. So what I would like to know is where was everybody at when this abuse was going on? And this torturous atmosphere of her house was going on. Okay? And this is a case where the family didn't even care enough to even check on the children. So the theory is she could have just not want the family in the children's lives or something else going on in this picture. And what it is that we gotta start holding women, okay, accountable for their actions. Let's stop slapping the wrist and thinking that they're not going to commit the crime again. Because if a man, for example, kills somebody, get out of prison, and do it 2 weeks later, what makes you think a woman can't do that? Let's stop being sexist. Okay, let's stop giving women shitty sentences for heinous crimes. Okay, let's stop doing it. She should be in jail for murder. Okay, there's evidence she killed the child. There's evidence, at least second-degree murder charges, because we're not really giving her time for heinous crime. Like, comment, subscribe. Please keep those children, well, her other child, in thoughts and prayers, and the victim's family in thoughts and prayers. I feel like this woman needs to spend a lifetime in prison, but I don't think they give her life. Um, I mean, just saying, I don't think they give her life because the government would command this crime to them to get a life sentence. They get damn near 4 years to get out of prison after only serving 10 and a half years on that sentence. So let's start hunting with a convo, and you gotta treat everyone equal. Give everybody the same amount of time. You put the time, you do it. You put the crime, you do the time. We're on our third story. Child is killed in Orlando hotel room. Let's talk about it. Oh my Lord.